Hey guys, Julie Rocks here, and today I am going to film, I guess, my first haul. Yeah, my first unboxing haul. I filmed one before, but I don't think I'm gonna post that one, though we'll see. That one was of AliExpress art supplies, so I haven't really made anything with the supplies I bought from there, but I might eventually, so, you know, I guess maybe stay tuned for that. So I have a few items and they kind of accumulated in my room. I was gonna sort of film them separately, like unbox one item and then create something with it. But since now I have 4 things that I need to unbox, I figured, you know what? I'm just gonna film a haul because I love watching hauls. Like, I don't know, something about watching people open things is kind of fun. So first off, I have some pigment powder. And this is exciting because throughout the past couple videos, I've been making my own watercolors. The first batch were out of Lake Pigments, and then the second batch out of chalk pastels. So if you're interested in those, you can watch them down below. Today's video, I am going to feature my ColorRare pigments. So these are legitimate pigment powders that I bought from a website that specializes in them. They import them from Europe. So yes, I needed the box for something though, so I already opened that one up, but I'll show you what I got. And also forgive my janky nails. I know they look super sketch, but I just didn't have time to paint them. Okay, so the first color I got is Marengo Yellow, which is more of an orange. The smallest size was 150 milliliters. All of these pigments ranged from, I think, about $8 Canadian upwards to $14 Canadian. There was only one pigment powder that was $14, and it's one of my favorite colors, so I had to get it. And they also range, so the minimum here was 150 milliliters, but most of them come in 80 milliliter bags. So this one here was imported in France. This is a manufactured pigment. I also have some yellow iron oxide. So this, of course, is an iron oxide pigment. This one is the only one not imported from France. This one is from Germany. And then I also have some burnt sienna. This one is from France. So I have a natural mineral pigment here, an iron oxide, and this one here is manufactured. So it'll be interesting to mull each of these and sort of, I guess, compare the properties between them in terms of granulation and how easily they bind into my homemade binder. Next, I have this punchy magenta pink. Also from France. This one's manufactured. I think most of the pigment colors I got are manufactured. This came in 80 milliliters, which was the smallest minimum order. So overall, I got 10 colors, and it came to about $115 Canadian. This one here is lavender, 80 milliliters as well. So I was planning to order from earthpigments.com just because my inspiration for creating paints is Arlie Bean here on YouTube, and I didn't even think creating watercolors was a thing until she posted some of her videos. So after watching them, you know, I just had to give it a try. I had to, and she used Earth Pigments for her first order of pigment powder, so I thought I'd do the same. But it was just so expensive, and I was looking at, I think, around 10 colors as well, and shipping was $50 USD, which is crazy, and I think it came to over $200 Canadian for about the same amount. Yeah, so I saved a lot of money ordering from ColorRare, and it's I ordered from their Canadian franchise, so they have, I guess, websites for different countries, and it's kind of cool. I mean, I know the company itself is a European company, but it's kind of cool that they actually have a base here in Canada, so not necessarily supporting local, but at least, you know, there are Canadian ties there, which I appreciate. So this next color here is Ultramar Blue. I hope I said that right. Outrimer blue. You get the point. This is a very punchy blue color here, and I know these two are kind of similar. My color theory knowledge is not ideal, so my approach here was to just choose some pigments where I wouldn't have to mix colors to start with. I just wanted colors that I could take right out of the bag and just make colors that I know will turn out well, just because, you know, you could see what it looks like here. So yes, once I have my first batch of paints done, I'm gonna actually mix the paints together and try to determine which pigment powders to mix together for the second batch. So we'll see how that goes. This one here is cast iron gray. And I was thinking about getting a black color, but I figured black is so standard, so why not get a really neat gray color? It's sort of a warm gray. I think I'm really excited about this color. I think it'll turn out pretty cool. Then I have Titan yellow here, just your standard yellow color. I wanted to make sure I had a nice blue, a yellow, and a red. That way I could mix a few colors. I would have the option to at least. Then I have Bohemian Red here. Yeah, just your standard red color. So my last color is Turquoise Cobalt. And this color was the most expensive. It was, I think, around $14 for this little bag. And that's 14 Canadian, so like, I don't know, $10 USD. Which still isn't a lot if you're looking at pigment powders in general. But this color is just beautiful and I had to get it. I am pretty obsessed with blues and greens. I usually fall back on them a lot in my art, especially blues. But yeah, I don't know. I had to get this one and I'm excited to play around with it. I actually didn't see many nice punchy green colors. There were only a couple and they didn't really stand out to me, so I figured, you know what, I have a couple neat blues, I have a couple of yellows, let's mix them together and see what we can come out with. So hopefully I'm able to make some nice greens. But yes, this is my favorite color out of all of them and I'm so excited to play with it. So these are all of my pigment powders. I am gonna play around with these tomorrow and I'll of course film the whole process. In my last video I said I was taking a break from my paint making videos, so you probably won't see this one for a few weeks just because I've posted so many lately. It's time to give it a bit of a rest. Next, I have a paint by number set that I got from Amazon. And I was actually working on this one here. This is my Parisian paint by number set that I bought a year ago. And then I put it away and then I brought it back out a year later, and I just started working on it again, and half of the paints are dried out. So all of the white spots here, you can see, these are all the paints that I ran out of, so I'm gonna have to mix my own. But yeah, I'm getting closer to being finished, and hopefully within the next couple weeks this will be done. And because I'm a total nerd and this is like a Parisian scene, my plan was to take this couple here and actually draw in Ladybug and Cat Noir so that it's sort of like low-key realistic fan art. It's gonna be super subtle. I'm not planning to make it too obvious, but yeah, I think that would be kind of fun. Paint by number set and the one I'm about to unbox sort of fall in line with this whole new theme I want for my room, just because of course we're sort of in quarantine mode right now. And we can't go anywhere, and I'm super bummed because like many of you guys, I've also had to cancel some of my trips, which is really unfortunate. So I decided to make my room a little bit more travel themed, so it's almost like I'm going somewhere else. So yeah, that's like my little project right now, and it's still in the works, so hopefully in the next couple of months my room will be the way I really want it to be, the way I envision it to be, and I'll probably give you a little tour. this is what it's meant to look like. And I just think it's such a cool scene of Venice. And in Carmen Sandiego season 3, they actually go to Venice. So of course, in my typical nerd fashion, I'm gonna make one of these people here into Carmen Sandiego. So I'll have two pieces of like two realistic travel pieces that also double as low-key fan art. So I'm really excited about that. So it comes with these paint brushes here and things to hang up your pieces. Ooh, here are my colors, which are already a lot more fun than the colors I got for the Parisian set. I'll show you those ones. Yeah, so these were the colors for the Parisian sets. We have a lot of neutral tones, a lot of like whites, grays, browns, whereas here it looks like we have quite a few purples, blues, greens. Yeah, I don't see many neutral tones. There's like this cream color here and then also the white. And that's about it. So I'm really excited about this because painting like a ton of different shades of beige, that gets old real quick. Okay, so let me put this away here. Oh, that's funny. It comes with a little magnifying sheet here in case you can't see the numbers. Here. And it comes with, I guess, instructions. It comes with a paper version of it. It comes with a paper version of it, just in case you paint over one of the colors by accident, or sorry, one of the spaces by accident, and you need to try to figure out what color it was. So yeah, this is just to use as reference. And then here, ooh, it's quite large. Here's the actual paint by number set. And I think I actually ironed my Parisian one out with an actual like iron to take out all these creases here. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. Just by looking at it in this state, I feel like the Paris one is a lot more detailed because it had, I feel like it had more like smaller spaces, which also made it a lot more tedious. So I'm actually thankful for that. But yes, I'm very excited to see how this will turn out. And I love that there are some really pretty blues and greens here and even purples. Purples are nice. So looking forward to this one here. But I'm gonna make it a statement to finish the Paris one first. Otherwise I'll never get back to it. And then I'll dive into this one. And I'm thinking about mounting it onto a canvas. I know some of them come with wooden frames that you can actually purchase. I decided not to, just because I didn't want to spend the extra $10 on a few wooden sticks. So I might either just cut this part out here and put it behind a frame, or mount it onto an actual canvas. So yes, we will see how that works out. But I'm very excited about this here. Yeah, one more look at this. That's gonna be up on my wall. We have something by InspareaArt on Etsy, and if you watch Drawing with Waffles, you've probably seen her video on this. Oh, let me fix my camera here. Oh, and you know what? Let me show you what I have here. I just have a bunch of flowers drying out. My friend sent me flowers for my birthday, and they started to sort of droop, so I figured I'd just leave them here until they dry out, and then I'd find a place for them. So yes, if you see little leaves poking out in the corner, you know what that's from. Anyways, this was part of my birthday gift to myself, and it shipped from somewhere in Europe, and I did pay for expedited shipping, but it got here in like just about a week, maybe even 6 days, which was crazy to me. So when I got this package with my name on it, I was like, what the heck is this? I didn't think it would come that quickly. So I opened it, and I saw it was my book, and I was so excited, but I was like, oh shoot, I opened it. I was supposed to open this for a video. But yes, I didn't look inside, I just opened it up here. So this is how it was packaged. It was just in this bag here and then wrapped in plastic, which I'm thankful it didn't get damaged, but I'm surprised there wasn't any like cardboard backing. I guess this book is pretty, like the cover's almost like a cardboard or a thick cardstock, but still I was kind of surprised about that. But yeah, it looks great. Like, oh, look at this. So this goes along with my whole travel theme that I'm sort of obsessed with right now. So this book here is a watercolor coloring book, which are quite rare to find. I was trying to look some up, but yeah, they're pretty rare. This is one of the few ones that are available out there. This cost $50 Canadian, and that included shipping. Or actually, no, I paid $5 more for shipping, just because I wanted it to get here quicker. So this is a guided watercolor book. Let's see here. Ooh, oh cool. It's made with like, this almost feels like watercolor paper. So it gives you just like an introduction to watercolors, what the different techniques are, which are pretty cool. Oh, and this page is for, I guess this is for you to practice all the techniques. And here they have little tutorials. And this is what I'm here for, because I just thought it would be fun to actually follow a tutorial, just because my watercolor work needs a lot of improvement and I don't really know where to start, and I find it easier to follow something like this than to sit through a video, just because I get distracted easily. So I think just turning my phone and my computer off and just looking at this book here would help a lot. And it's pretty cool. These pages here are perforated, so you can actually pull some of these out and just stick them on your wall, your bulletin board. You could end up with little art pieces. And it's cool that there are 2 of each. That way you can practice once. So yeah, sort of as a practice round, and then you have the real deal right next to it. So cool. Yes, so some of these are definitely gonna go up on my wall, and I like how it's already like sketched out for you, because this is all about watercolor techniques, not about sketching. And it really shows that you don't need to start off with an elaborate sketch. It could be really simple, and you just sort of bring it to life with your watercolor paint. So I enjoy that concept. I won't show you everything, just the spoilers. Even though my Parisian paint by number set was a little bit tedious, and that's why I've been putting it off for so long, it's kind of nice. Like, you get to a point where it becomes relaxing. It takes a while though. For me, it probably takes like 40 minutes before I'm like, okay, I'm getting into the groove of things. But it's kind of fun painting scenes from different countries. It almost takes you there. So yeah, I guess this is my version of travel right now, while travel is not an option. Just paint and travel through your art. It's kind of fun. So even more cheesy, but still. Oh, it's so cute. Look at this little bird here. Ooh, so cute. And yes, there are like instructions. Super excited! This is going to be so much fun to play with, and I can't wait to have a closer look at all of these pages here. I think I'm going to go in order. And yes, I'm not going to flip through everything right now. It's because I want it to be a surprise for myself as well. As I'm flipping through, I'll be like, oh, I haven't seen this one yet. Yes, so this is item number 3 from Etsy. And lastly, This is an item that I received yesterday, and I've been so excited for this set here. This, you know what, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna open it, and then you guys can see what's inside. But I'm so excited. This was part 2 of my birthday gift to myself. If you haven't heard about Poems About You, this is the name of the Etsy shop of a pretty popular paint maker. So I've been obsessed with making my own paints, and I figured it'd be worthwhile to test out someone else's paints, of a professional paint maker, of someone who does this for a living. Look how cute this is wrapped up. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay. Wow, okay. Just some watercolor paper to test out the colors. Okay, I'm so excited. Oh my god, yes! Look at these! Oh, guys, these are so cute! Look at them! Oh my god! Okay, ooh, I need to calm down. Whew. So if you buy, I think it's a set of 6 or 12, but if you buy a certain number of paints, you get a free gift. So I think this one here is a free gift, which is awesome. I love that it's a green color because, you know, I'm all about the greens. So yeah, that's super exciting. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yeah, 12, and then 13. Whew, okay. I'm like giddy right now. Ooh. Let me open this up here. Look how cute these are. Whoa, okay. So I have Mayan green here. And I wonder if the color names are written. I don't remember if they're written on the actual pen, because I'm definitely not going to remember. Oh, look at that. Okay. There's a magnet here. Okay, not written. Oh no, it is! There it is! Mayan green. That is perfect. Love that. Okay. So Mayan green. Oh, and it's filled right to the top, which is awesome. You know what? I'll put those all in afterwards. This ochre color is actually the free gift. Look at that. This one's the free gift. Oh, okay, interesting. I thought this one was because it's so big. Why did I get like a big one? Florentine green. That's so weird. Okay, interesting. So this is the Etsy post here. And as you can see, they're all half pans. So I guess this was like another gift. I got one full pan instead of a half pan here. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. I'm gonna try to set it up the same way as it's set up here. I got this set because I absolutely love the colors. I am all about the greens and the blues, and like, look how stunning these all are. So these paints are so special, they deserve their own video. Also, this haul is getting super long, so I'm gonna film me actually testing these products out separately. So yes, I will have a video up on working with these paints here. I'll have another video of working on some of these pieces here. I'll also, of course, have another paint making video working with the pigments. And I am working on, like I do have some footage of working on some of my paint by numbers Parisian set. Some of that footage is actually from a year ago, and some of it is of course more recent. So I might make a little video on that too. We'll see how it all turns out. So overall, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had fun unboxing these things with me. and I'm excited to try all of them out. I have so many fun little things to play with. I don't know what my next video will be. It might be my paper making series where I make my own watercolors, because I have all of the footage of that. It's all organized. I'm probably like maybe 75% done with the editing, but it is pretty extensive. So I've been pushing it, pushing it aside, procrastinating as per usual. So it might be that, it might be working with these paints here, because this is what I'm most excited about. So one or the other. Either way, right now my upload days are Saturdays. I'm not sure if that'll change anytime soon, but if it does, I'll let you guys know. Follow me on Instagram. I'll try to be more active. It's Juli Rocks Art on Instagram, and I also have a blog, julirocksart.com, which I haven't updated in a while. But I'm just trying to get back into the groove of things, and starting next week I'll have fewer shift, so that will help for sure. Anyways, links to everything will be down below, and until next time, stay creative, stay healthy, stay happy, peace.